going to show you how to do the windows exercise, which is a great exercise for opening up the arms and getting a really good stretch across the chest, the pectorals and the upper arm. Again, I'll show you a couple of variations. We're going to do this lying down on the mat, so come into your relaxation position. So come to lying on your mat, get yourself into a good relaxation position. You're always being conscious of keeping your pelvis in neutral, working from your core. I'm going to demonstrate the full one and then I'll break it down. So I'm going to take a breath in. As I breathe out, bring my elbows down, then I take my arms back, then I reach my arms long above my head and I come back up above my chest. I'll do one more. Take my arms back without arching my back. I'm using my core, reach my arms long above my head, then back above the chest. So your starting position is in the relaxation position with your arms above your chest, not too much above the shoulders, more above the chest, and your palms are facing your feet. So you breathe in, and as you breathe in, you're going to take your elbows out to the side. Now my palms are still facing my feet. They're not out to the side and they're not turned in. So just have a quick glance either side to check your palms are still facing your feet. You'll see that there's pretty much a straight line from this elbow all the way up the upper arm, across my chest and collarbone, along through my other arm to my elbow. And I've got my elbows down on the floor. If you find you can't take your elbows all the way to the floor, just take them down to whatever level you can. I'm going to keep my elbows where they are. We'll do the breathing after this, but without arching your back, you just take the back of your forearm towards the floor. And here you get a very good stretch along the upper arm and into the chest, upper chest. It's giving you a pectoral stretch. Again, if you can't get your back of your hand all the way to the floor, then just do whatever you can. And then you reach your arms long above your head. You get a nice stretch to the upper arm and back above your chest. So you breathe in. To begin with, just check that your palms are still facing your feet. Also that you haven't brought your hand in like that. So it's directly above your elbow. Keep your elbows where they are. Don't arch your back. Take the back of your forearm towards the floor. Reach your arms long behind your head. Shoulders stay away from your ears and back above the chest. And keep going. Now these first two bits, the 1 and 2 parts of this exercise, you get the strongest stretch. So if you are particularly tight, and if you've had any breast operations, then this will feel tight to begin with, then just hold this position for a couple of breaths. And then this is the second part of this exercise. Again, this gives you a very good stretch. Keep using your core so you don't arch your back, and keep your shoulders relaxed and really enjoy this stretch here for however long you feel you're getting benefit. And then you reach your arms long above your head and back above your chest. So let's do it again, one more. So you breathe in, you breathe out. You breathe in and you breathe out. Remembering you can hold any of those positions for an extra breath. There's another stretch that you might like to get here too. So where we've taken the back of our arms towards the floor, we're now going to take the forearm towards the floor here. Now you find that you will lift your shoulders a bit and you're not going to get your hand all the way to the floor, but you get a slightly different stretch, and then you reach your arms long by your side and back above your chest. So I'll do one more like that. So you take your elbows out where they were to start with, then keeping your elbows down, closing in across the front of the chest and shoulders as little as possible, and then reach your arms long. And if you don't get a stretch on that second one, then don't worry about it, but some people do. You can also do the windows with some weights. So I'm going to get some very light weights. You don't want too strong, just 0.5 kilogram each. So if you find that you weren't getting that strong a stretch without the weights, try it with some weights. It's exactly the same. So your palms are still facing your feet above your chest. You breathe in. That's not very different, but this bit here, you get a stronger stretch. Again, using your core so you don't arch your back. Keep your elbows where they are, enjoy that stretch. Then you reach your arms long above your head. That's also slightly stronger and above the chest. So it's exactly the same, but you just get a slightly stronger stretch. So not taking your elbows above your shoulders and also not too far below. So you want to that straight line I mentioned at the beginning. Reach your arms long behind your head and then up, and I'll just lay my arms by my side. If you have a core roller at home, well then try this exercise on the roller because you get an even stronger stretch than you do when you're on the floor. So get your core roller and come to lying on it. It's exactly the same exercise. You're using your core a little bit more to keep nice and sturdy on the roller, and you start with your arms above your chest. And you take your arms down, your elbows out to the side. Now it's unlikely that you're going to get your elbows onto the floor. If you can do, then brilliant, but if not, don't worry. But try and keep your elbows roughly where they are in the space, and then you take your back of your forearm towards the floor, and then you reach your arms behind your head, as we did on the mat adaptation, and then above your chest. So again, that straight line from one elbow up the upper arm, across the chest to the other elbow, and you can stay here, and without arching your back, you have to use your core a little bit more so you don't arch your back. Really just see how much you can get your elbows to the floor, and you get a fantastic stretch across the pectorals here. And then again, keeping your elbows roughly at where they are in the space. Take the back of your forearms towards the floor, and again I've got another fantastic stretch here. So only take it to a level that feels really comfortable. And especially if you've had any breast surgery, then don't force it. Just gently encourage it to release. Reach my arms long above my head and up here. I'll do one more. It's such a nice stretch here. So just stay there. Get a really good stretch. See how if I can get my elbows a little bit further down without arching my back off the roller. Then I take my arms back there. Then I reach my arms long above the head. And again, sometimes that can be slightly uncomfortable, so just be wary and it will start to loosen up, and then I'm going to lay my arms by the side. So if you've got a foam roller at home or core roller at home, then this is a great exercise to do on that.